I'm Penny Van Batavia. I was a Bible camp counselor for, I think, about 3 or 4 years. And now I'm a trans college student. The statement of faith for the Bible camp I worked at was something that you had to, it was like a letter you had to sign before working on staff that said you had agreed with, or at least were going to help propagate the tenets that they set out, which included, traditional fundamentalist things like abstaining from swearing, and then it also breached some more topical topics. Like I remember specifically that the faith statement mentioned marriage is supposed to be is like a union of a man and a woman specifically, and just other not necessarily queer-friendly subjects. At the time, I was always like, ooh. I always kind of knew, but with my upbringing and with my faith, I was always trying to kind of suppress, or at least believe that that was just a part of myself that was part of the grand temptation that, or trials I go through life that God set out for me. I knew throughout my later years of high school and that first year of college that I was trans, and that I was confronting this, and that I was probably going to end up transitioning at some point. I was actively praying that, because I didn't want to lose my salvation, and I still had a lot of love for God, and so I was praying that I would die before I would take that chance. My life was spiraling more and more down, so there was some stalling there, but I got there eventually. I still think I'm Christian, but there's a lot of people who would say differently, so a lot of it still feels true to me, and I don't know if I want to unlearn that. I have yet to unpack a lot. I also miss that that spiritual space where everybody, it's partly because there's that community there, but also just because just because of the whole structure, it's a really space to really explore your connection with God. It's tough to figure out who I can talk to, because I have a lot of queer friends, as we do, we flock together. It's tough to figure out which of them have come from a faith background and also kind of understand that the empathy with the faith background, because a lot of people have been so discouraged and ostracized by the church outright, that there's just an anger there that if you try and talk about faith, it's striking kind of a vein there. We really box down everyone that we meet, but in this context, church people, as queer people, we box down church people, and as in church people, they box down queer people. It goes both ways. But I will say, church people usually are a little meaner, a little worse about it. I don't know, it's just really tough, because I don't know, as I'm digesting it more and more, it becomes even grayer.